Welcome back into Crestline High School for Coach's Corner East on this Wednesday, January 14th. I am your host, Mike Sparks. Glad to have you aboard, getting ready to dive into the pool with the swimming program. Before that, I want to remind everybody that we're brought to you in part by Steve Kurtzman and Associates at Innovative Recycling, 352 South Street in Gallion, Coach Tim Plumley at Mohican Sports Medicine in Bucyrus, John Cross at Cross Carpet and Custom Floors, 302 North Seltzer Street, downtown Crestline. Denise Jeffery, swim coach, is back with us. It's been a while since our first show, way back in December, I think?
Probably.
Late November,
Yeah,
early
probably.
December. But I was looking at some of the meets that you had previously, go way back before the holidays, and you go to Orville for a meet. How did that turn out? What was the? How do you feel that one went for you?
It was okay, especially with it being some of their first meets ever.
Right.
So I think they did well.
Yeah, and then January 7th, you went to Malabar, and that was a multi-team event as well.
We had lots of time drops that day, which is good because, that's where our sectionals are
Right.
held. So we want to have time drops at Malabar.
Do you think it was something to do specifically with the pool, or?
We usually have time drops at Malabar. I mean, it seems strange, but just like the kids when they're like, ooh, the pool is cold. I'm like, you want the pool to be cold. I'm like, a cold pool is faster.
Why
A
is
warm
that?
pool, to me, a warm pool, you just want to, you don't have to hurry.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
A cold pool, you're like, get me out of here.
Yeah, right. And you got to jump in it, and then
Right,
everybody's
right.
in shock. And then last night, you go to Friendly House with
Mm-hmm.
Crestview, Madison, Willard. How'd that one go?
We did okay. We had better time. Like Malabar was our best so
That's
far.
been your
in
best so
time.
far. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the numbers have been, they're pretty low, right?
Yeah, we have 5.
5 total.
Yeah,
and
I'm just missing one tonight,
4 of the
yeah.
5 were here.
Yeah.
But despite that, what has been the biggest growth that you've seen out of all of them, let's say?
Just watching how they improve.
Mm-hmm.
Their strokes and their times.
As
And
a-
that they work hard, so
Yeah, and
I can't complain about that.
That's all you ask them to do. As a coach, you know that with the low numbers, you're not going to be able to
Right.
compete in everything, especially the relays.
Right.
Has it been difficult for you to kind of pick and choose and say, well, this is what I think we should do? Or is there conversation with each individual saying, what would you like to do?
With the low numbers, I let them decide what they want to do.
Yeah, and that works out pretty
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. I'd rather have them going in doing something they want to do when I can. A bigger team, you don't get that
Right.
option. You do what they say. But with
Yeah.
the little team, I'd rather them do what they're comfortable doing because I
Yeah.
feel they'll do better that way.
You're right, because if they can experience success, that's
Yeah.
going to want them to, as long as they're not a senior,
Yeah.
to continue to come back out
Yeah.
and continue to improve and things along that
Yeah,
line.
and we did get in one relay last night at Friendly House, just because, when you know the coaches all these years, they were
Right.
like, we need a 4th girl. Will Isabella swim in the relay? Sure.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't count, but
Right.
at least then his 3 girls got to swim, and she got to swim in one, so
Which relay was that?
the free, 200 free.
Oh, okay, 200 free, all right, very good. Well, let's talk to the young people around the table here and see what they have to say. We're brought to you in part by Terry Gribble and Associates at your Gallion Community Center, YMCA, Dr. Erica Schieber at Bucyrus Veterinary Service, 222 West Mary Street in Bucyrus, Rod Steiger and Associates at Pizza Hut in Gallion and Bucyrus, host of our show since 1992, and Luann Krebs at River's Edge Embroidery, Screen Printing and Signs, the official phone board T-shirt provider, Route 309 across from the Marion Depot. And Junior Isabella Jeffrey is up first. And what was your thought when you heard we need you to run a relay or swim a relay?
Wasn't very happy at first, but then, I was like, okay, I'll do it because the other girls wanted to swim.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll help them out. And I went down there and they were the sweetest things ever.
Good.
They were so nice. And they cheered me on and they gave me fist bumps after I was done. They were just very nice.
Well, and I think it's a great example of sometimes in life we get in situations where we don't really feel comfortable doing a particular thing. We step outside of our comfort zone and we think, it probably wasn't all that bad. It worked out. And would you do it again if you were asked to do it again?
I would do it again.
All right. So this season, as Coach mentioned, she's kind of let you decide what you wanted to do. What's been your best race as far as which race in particular has been your most successful this season?
I would say at our, not last night's meet, but the meet before that at Malabar, I'm pretty sure it was my 100 that I dropped quite a few. How much time did I drop on that? It wasn't very much, but like when you see it, like.
But in swimming it is. I think it was like 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah, I dropped a lot of time on my 100, and I was very happy about it.
So that's been your strongest?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And as you're getting closer to sectional, you have 2 regular meets left before sectional coming. Is there one particular race that you're kind of honing in on to say, this is going to be my ticket to go deep into the tournament, or have you not, is it just whatever you're asked to do?
I always pick what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So I do the same thing every time. I do a 50 free and a 100 free, and then, like if the relay was
Okay.
another situation.
So is that 50 stronger than the 100, or 100 stronger than the 50 right now?
I would say at Malabar, the 100 was stronger, but normally probably the 50.
50, okay.
Because you have to swim like really fast in the 50. You gotta really kick it into high gear on that.
Well, you do, I don't. Yeah, I don't know a high gear when it comes to a pool, but, well, continued success as the season gets ready to wrap up. You have 2 regular meets and then the tournament, and did it seem like it went fast for you?
Yes, but no. Like now that I look back on it, it does seem like it went pretty fast. But like in the moment,
Yeah.
it didn't.
Good. All right. Well, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Lexia Levine is next, sophomore, and it's good to see you back again. So kind of very, very similar questions. What's been your best race? Not necessarily what time or where it was at, but which event, I guess I should say, has been your best so far?
Probably my 50 free.
50 free, okay. So you're competing with your teammate there. Is that a good competition, a healthy competition? You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Do you win sometimes, she wins sometimes? So it's a
It's
trade-off.
all in fun, too.
What's that?
It's all in fun.
All in, yeah, absolutely, it's all in fun. Was Malabar your best times this year so far too?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it about that place that you just like it so well?
I like that there's lights in the pool.
Ah.
You can see a lot better.
Okay, so those lights that are down on the sides,
Yeah.
that kind of illuminates it, because most pools aren't like that, is that?
Not many have
Okay,
lights.
all right, so it's kind of like swimming in the daylight almost. All right, so you like that. So you have a meet coming up, really nothing this weekend, but next weekend you go to Ontario, which is a really large one. Do you like that pool over there?
I've swam there a couple times, and it's not bad, but it's the room that the pool is in is super hot.
Uh-huh, yeah, so it's like a sauna,
Yeah.
walking in a sauna, and they don't have lights there either in the pool, right? Or do they?
No.
Oh.
But the room is really bright there,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, okay. Really hot and really bright.
Yeah.
Well,
Unlike Orville, that you're like in a dungeon.
Is that right?
YMCA, it's
yeah.
dark.
Well, try to put those things out of your mind, swim your good races, and have a lot of success, okay? Appreciate you coming out. Eric Schneider is a senior, and are you the lone senior on the entire
Yeah.
boys and wow, okay. Have you been swimming all 4 years?
No, this is my first year.
Okay, what kind of led you to come out and swim this year?
Well, I wanted to do wrestling, but our school doesn't support it.
Right?
So I didn't want to be lazy all winter because I do track. So I didn't really know what to do, and then she offered to swim, so we had a swim team. So I just joined to see what it's like.
Has it been a good experience for you?
I mean, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I like it because I like to swim.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I get to swim for free, and then
You get to swim for free, you get exercise, and really you think about, what do you run in track?
I mean, that's I want to do a 400, and then I do 100, and then an 800.
Okay, so that's all about endurance. So the endurance that you're already building up in your lungs swimming is going to probably translate when you hit the track come spring, I would think. How have your races been? Have you been happy with your first year and the times that you've gotten?
In swim or?
Yeah, in swim.
I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know swim much, the
They're-
sport
they're
itself.
good. They're good.
But I mean, the first meet I had, I thought I did pretty good because I don't know. I mean, when I did a flip turn, I didn't really do well. But I practice sometimes. I practice my flip turns a little bit more. And then we had an Orville meet, and I mean, I felt home because I'm from that spot.
Oh, really?
And I felt comfortable there, and I think that's my best time there, and I felt more relaxed, and I was able to hone and concentrate more.
So where are you from originally?
Around Orville, almost 30, around Wayne County.
Is that right? So I'm a Rittman guy.
I'm from Waynedale.
Oh, you went to Waynedale, so that's Apple Creek, and
Yeah.
so you came from Waynedale to here?
Yeah.
Oh, how neat.
Yeah, I think sophomore year is when I got, after sophomore year, junior year is when I got here.
Oh, okay, all right. They're building a new school at Waynedale.
They are?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, right behind the old one, they're building a brand-new one, and I see it quite often in the progress as I go by there. So, well, I'm sure you're having a good experience here, and it's about done, but you're getting ready to wrap up and then have a great opportunity to run track and do some good things on that team as well. Well, I hope your final 2 meets are really good. You get to go deep in the tournament, and I'm sure Coach is really glad that you came out this year and decided to do something different. And as I always tell the kids that go out for something the first time, that's not easy to step outside of your comfort zone. So I give you a ton of credit for doing that, and glad that you're having a good time. Elizabeth Schubert is here as well as a junior, and it's good to see you back again. How has your season progressed since the first time we talked, which was right before the season was starting?
I've gotten a lot more used to it. It's my first year doing any sort of swim, so I've definitely learned all the ins and outs. I still struggle with pre-game and pre-race anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm working through that though, and in general, I'm really enjoying the sport.
Good. So when you're on the, what do they call it? I don't want to say a podium, but
Oh, the block.
the block. Yeah, I couldn't think of the term. When you're on that, you've settled down now a little bit from where you started the season to where you are right now.
Yeah.
And when you're in the midst of the race, have you kind of concentrated on not so much, oh gosh, what am I doing wrong, but this is what I'm doing well?
Yeah, I just I only compete in the 50 free, so you don't have time to think. It's just you go.
Yeah.
You don't have time to think. You just make sure that you're safe and you go as fast as possible.
So your confidence has come through this, and I'm sure Coach is supporting you and saying, hey, look how far you've come from the day you started to where you are now. And you have a couple meets left and then in the tournament, and there's an opportunity to maybe do some good things there. When you look back as this season's about to end, what are you going to kind of pat yourself on the back for doing what?
I think it was my ability not be so hard on myself. In previous sports, I've been really rough on myself. In this sport, I'm really trying not to.
Good.
It's working out for the best.
Ah, that's good to hear. Well, I hope you have continued success. You enjoy it and have fun with all of your teammates and just have a great experience, and I appreciate you coming out. One final break here before we wrap things up tonight. Our show is brought to you in part by Don Barr and Associates at the Galleon Building and Loan Bank, Matt Studer, Spitzer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Kia, 1 mile east of the Richland Mall. Mark Osborne and Associates at E-Crane International, serving worldwide markets from the Galleon Industrial Park. And Coach Denise Jeffery, again, you get this weekend off, but the following weekend, January 28th, you go to the Ontario Swim Invitational, and we've already heard that it's a hot box, it's bright, and but
And there'll be lots of people there.
but do you enjoy that event?
I enjoy going to it just because I've coached with Debbie for, years. So I like going and seeing her and seeing all, the coaches that I don't get to see very often.
Right. And
That's why I like it.
And they're a really good program too,
Yeah,
but you're going to see
yeah.
a lot of good swimmers there that day. And then you turn around the following Tuesday, the 31st, you go over to Galleon nearby with Galleon, Winford, and Mount Gilead, and nice little small get-together and an opportunity to kind of hone in on those times that you want, because then the tournament's right after that. Where do you swim for sectionals? It is at Malabar? Okay, all right. And,
Should
again.
be, I think it's
Go ahead.
that weekend of February, like 11th or something like
Is that, yeah, okay.
Whatever
So-
that Saturday is.
So you still get a little time to work them in, get the
Yeah.
practice in.
Yeah.
And hopefully, maybe get on to the second round of the tournament. That would be nice, and
That would be nice.
see how things progress from there. And like I had mentioned, this is likely going to be the last time for this year, but I give you a ton of credit. You didn't have a team last year.
Right.
You came
Never
back.
came back.
You're working your way back in. You got some nice young people out there, and you're the only senior, right? All right, so you got all these returning next year.
I
Hopefully,
know, I gotta pull in some more though, so
still
I
got
can
to
still
get
have
some,
a team, I
yeah,
know.
still got to get some more, and you guys can do the stuff in the hallway and get some more people to come out, tell them about the great experience you're having, and certainly appreciate you coming out this week and the time before, and it was good to see you again.
We appreciate being invited.
Absolutely. Hey, coming up on our media schedule, Tonight, already going on, or just getting ready to start, it's Ohio State men's basketball, really struggling right now. They're in Lincoln, Nebraska, taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Tomorrow, it's the women that are undefeated for Ohio State. They will be taking on the Northwestern Lady Wildcats from Value City Arena right around 6:15 on WQEL. Friday night, high school girls basketball, big one in the Northern 10 Conference. Carey will go to Buckeye Central. I will be sitting in for the Friday night phone board at 9 o'clock, time approximate. And then on Saturday, we'll be very, very busy. We have Ohio State men's basketball. They're going to be taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes from Value City Arena. I believe coverage beginning at 12:45. Have a doubleheader of high school boys basketball Saturday night. On WQEL, it'll be Buckeye Central at Mohawk. On BCO, Colonel Crawford at Bucyrus. Both games right around 6:30. And then Jared Moore sitting in for the Saturday night phone board right around 8 o'clock. I want to thank everyone here at Crestline High School, especially Athletic Director Aaron Goon. Thank you to my camera operator, John Kreider, and all the Crestline winter coaches here tonight. Girls basketball coach Mickey Spears and his team. Boys basketball coach Tyler Sanders and his team. And swim coach Denise Jeffery and her team. Thank you to our sponsors, most of all of you viewing in on the Facebook Live and Crawford County Now YouTube page. For WQEL Sports, this has been Mike Sparks reminding you, spirit with a vision is a dream with a mission. Have a good night, everybody.